Okay, let's start our class today. Please pay homage to the Buddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times when reversed. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, today is the 7th day, right? Hello. Hi. Yeah, today is the 7th day of our research methodology training course. The number 7 is lucky, lucky number, right? Yeah, the early morning, today early morning, you also have the lucky money, right? You have received the lucky money. Am I right? For some students, huh? For some students, but not for some students. Yes, this afternoon also, you will receive some ideas about the research ethics, right? So the 7th day, number 7 is very lucky number. I believe that, right? Okay, here today the topic what I would like to discuss with you all is research ethics, concept and conducts, right? Concept and conducts. So under this title, today we will study what is research ethic. When do we commonly commit research ethics, the general commit of the research ethics, and how should we ethically conduct in doing our research? This is our contents of today's studies. So at the end of this study, I hope that you will get the knowledge of what research ethics means, the concept, and how should we do our research ethically, the conduct, right? Model conducts. So that is my expectation from this study. So today, the method of my discussion is not only my speaking alone, right, from my point of view, but I love to listen to your colorful discussions. So yesterday, I have already sent my presentation slide to be better discussions, right? So here is my expectation. I have already addressed my expectation. At the end of this study, you will receive what research ethics concept and how should we ethically conduct our research conduct, model conduct. So this is my expectation from my study. So if you have already know about these 2 points, I respectfully request you can go here and there. Right? It is not confined with the strict rules and regulation about this class. This is from point of our university. But most of university, So generally, they conduct such a kind of workshop, with the strict rules and regulations. That is, without participation in this workshop, this student could not submit their proposal or their title. Right? The university not allowed to make the presentation without participation in such a kind of workshop. This is the university, the nature of, general nature of the university, what I have seen. Right? But now here is no rules and regulations, so it depends on you. As your wish, you can listen or you can go here and there. It is no problem, right? It is no problem. So in this intention, we arranged this workshop. Actually, this such a kind of movement is called the research workshop. Right? Here, the professors and all students closely discuss about the difficulties of the students and the guideline of the professors. Right? I do hope very much from the discussions from you, not the delivery from one place, handing the microphone and delivering the speech, not from one place. I hope meaningful discussion. So we arrange such a kind of research workshop. But for some conditions, we change the name research workshop from research workshop to research methodology training course. Right? Because of some condition. Actually, our intention is to get a close discussion between the professors and your researchers. Because now, currently, your situation is going to write the proposal, right, for the PhD candidate. But for the MA students, they are now writing their thesis. So they may face with several difficulties in selecting topic and formulating aims and objectives, formulating the research problem like this. So for that intention, we made such a kind of research workshop. But now we change the name research methodology training course, right? So here, here my special request is not confined with the strict rules and regulations. So it is freelance, right? Freelance. So today our study is this one, right? Research ethics, commonly or general comments and ethically conduct. So before my discussions, I would like to take some observations from you. How do you understand about the topic? So I would like to make some observation about the topic. I would like to know your existing knowledge about the research ethics. So here I arranged two questions. What is research ethics and why do we need to follow research ethics in our research? So anyway, anyone, please share your idea with us. Any of these questions, right? So I need your 4 or 5 my brothers, right? What is research ethics? How do you understand? Before I teach, before I share my knowledge, before I share my knowledge, how is your existing knowledge. I want to observe. And then, after this discussion, I will check again your knowledge, how improve before this discussion and after the discussion. So please express your words whenever, please. No, openly and friendly. You? Okay, what is research ethics? Or which question would you like to discuss?
Yeah, first, this is in my opinion. Research ethics is a rule. Rules of code of conduct to be followed during research process.
Codes of conduct, sorry.
We need to follow these types of ethics because research is a scholarly work.
Right.
So we must respect ourselves and other scholars.
Right.
So we need to follow this kind of research.
Okay, thank you.
This kind of ethics.
Thank you. Please, raise clapping for appreciation. Okay, thank you, Venerable. Okay,
Venerable sir, I think that research ethics is obeying the rule and regulation in making research. But I think it is more than obeying the rule and regulation. It is a process in my mind because in our mind it is a need to control our identity and identity, kondeka, and other researchers, their work, and we are respectively make our new contributions and also etc. And so research ethics is obeying rule and regulation and maintaining ourselves to with our identity and also pure mind. And why we need to follow research ethics belongs in this answer. So I think this way.
Okay, thank you. Is it more better? Right? Okay, thank you. Okay. From this row. Okay, change that. Right.
Firstly, I would like to say thank you. I think research when we collect the data, at that time we need to be honesty, we need to be correct, we need to responsibility for that. Without we cannot have research ethics. Whatever we do, we have to responsibility for this research. I think, in my opinion, that is research ethics. Why do we need to follow research ethics? Further question: if we don't have the research ethics, our thesis or our dissertation will not be complete, will not be total.
Right.
That is, in my opinion.
Great. Anyway, thank you. Okay. Okay, please behind you. More than in the area of data collection. Okay, at the level of the publication or submission, it is also important, right? Thank you, whenever. Welcome.
Thank you, Vante. And I think this is a kind of moral principles regarding our research work, especially when we do the research, and we should follow some code of conduct,
Right.
and such as honesty and not while quoting we should put the person's name and who especially and commented on this thing, so that we should not steal others people's writing, and this is a complete moral behavior, and maintaining full of honesty, and giving the credit to our previous scholar, and I think this type of morality is called research ethics.
Ethic. And then another point, why do we
And
need
I
to
think
follow?
we should follow because to be a good researcher and to contribute without following the research ethics, we cannot be a good researcher. And this is very important point, I think. And so, not only here, and this is ethics is in our way of life, every life, in everyday's life also, we should follow the ethics. So even the doing research also, and we should follow the ethics. Ethics is the main foundation. Suppose the Buddha also told the Sila. Sila is the foundation of our higher wisdom.
Right.
So this is also, this type of thing, and I think.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Your interpretation here, what I understand is the research ethics like a moral principle. Sila.
Yes,
right?
yes, like
right.
moral principle.
Moral principle. It's everywhere we need the moral principle.
But concerning our writing.
Right, here especially in writing,
in
right?
Writing, yes.
Writing or doing research.
Yes.
Okay, moral principle is very wide area in the social ethic, in the business area, business ethic, right?
Yes,
like this, right?
That is
so
my
here,
opinion.
yes, especially in doing our research.
Yes.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Venu.
thank you. Thank you, my brothers.
Okay, the last one from this point. The last one, whenever. Who? I'm a student. Oh, okay, here. The last one. Oh, here, nearly to have an hour. Yeah, here's the last one.
In my opinion, research is respect and other scholar and in my work. Sometimes we collect data. For example, we reach Atagra. At the time, some are confused. At the time, we even though we respect Atagra, but we have to analyze and criticize his work. But it's not. We did not blame his work.
Right.
This is, in my opinion, research ethics.
Thank you, Venu. Okay, here your discussion is mainly concerned with literature review, especially, right? In doing our literature review, right, we should not blame other scholars, right? Previous scholars, other authors. We should not blame here. Later, I will highlight this point, right? Okay, thank you, Venerable, for your insightful discussion. Yeah, I am very happy to hear your voice. Thank you. Now, okay, here is my sharing. Research ethics mean here like a whenever our dear brother Anuruddha, like here, moral principle, right? Moral principle. In every area where we need the moral principle. In the research ethics, especially we can say like a protocol, right? A university protocol and other principles. So another one here, good behaviors, right? So here, research ethics means moral principles of good behaviors which have to follow by a researcher in the academic work. If you do a research, if you want to be a good researcher, we need to follow research ethics and we need to be a good behavior. We need to conduct a good behavior. So briefly, we can express research ethics is here, professional standards. This is the meaningful one in our academic study, right? Because we are now, we could be called researcher, right? PhD student, you all PhD students are the researcher, right? It is the height level of your study, right? Researcher. So after complete of your doing research, you are called professor, professional. Yeah, in your career, you are called the professional in writing, professional in reading, like that. But you are not following the research ethics. You here, when you do not follow the professional standard, the standard will show the researcher's honesty and dignity. So it is said that you have no research. Right? You have no dignity because you are dishonest. You do not follow the research ethics in your academic work. Right? In your academic work. Okay. How some researchers, how they do not follow the standard. Sometimes it is intentionally or sometimes it is unintentionally, right? They couldn't follow in everywhere. So some intentionally commits shows the dignity of the researcher, right? Dignity of the researcher. For example, I am not honesty. I have no honesty. I am not honesty in my doing research. And like whenever our Israel discussion, in the session of my literature review, I blame some scholars or I blame some attackers without mentioning their strengths, their good point. We press their weak point and find the gap from their weak point. It means we hide the good point of the author, but we fight the bad point of the author. Just mentioning like this in the literature review. So in this case, I am not honest. So when you read my thesis, you see such a point. Okay, you regard me. Whenever Rajinda is very bad scholar, because he always fights like this, right? Because of my dishonesty. So I have no dignity in the academic field. Right? In my professional life, I have no standard. So that is called professional standard. Right? Research ethics mean here, short and precise, we can say professional ethics. Professional standard. So this is the brief explanation about what is research ethics. So here, the second point, why do we need to follow the research ethic? Because you yourself can realize in writing thesis, we cannot do alone, right? We cannot do alone. We couldn't avoid others' words or idea. Because you see, first of all, you have the university and your professors, right? And your supervisors, and the academic committee, like this, right? You couldn't avoid them. Right? You cannot stay aside of them. So your work is collaboration together with the students and other previous scholars and university professors, like this. So when we do a research, we couldn't avoid other words or idea. So we have to connect with others' previous work, or we have to collaborate with the university professor or your supervisor, at least your supervisor, right? So in this regard, we need to follow research ethics. One should be followed by a good researcher in doing our academic research. Here, for that point, here I will show a diagram that is not included in your slide last night, right? This is my slide. Here you see, here is your research student, right? Yes, your research student. I mean, when we start to do research, we couldn't stay aside, right? We should not stay alone in the room, right? Yeah, we should not aside from the scholars or from the peers. Here you see several points here. At least for a student, for a research student, at least he needs supervisors, at least, right? Supervisor. And then here left side you see university authorities. So you should, you have to connect with the university authorities, right? So you need to follow rules and regulations from the university authority also. And then from the university, you need to associate with the professors and lecturers, right? And then here, peers and participation. So I mean, you should not here stay alone. That is my just opinion, right? You should not stay alone. Sometimes in the modern age, right? We can find rich of the data in the room. But don't forget to go to the library, right?
What about e-library?
E-library, yeah. But e-library is by reading the book from the e-sources, right? Just thinking you alone. Right? You yourself think for that sources. You yourself collect the data and you yourself evaluate by your own understanding. But in the academic space, in the academic atmosphere, like a library, but not our library. Not only our idea, right? We can receive from other scholars, other students, other peers, other peers. So, yeah, I have a lot of idea to create such a kind of academic atmosphere, but so far I couldn't do like this, right? And then another here participant, that is like such a kind of experimental research, right? Survey, in the case of survey or interview for the experimental research. Now our research, most of Buddhist study do research library based, right? Library based research. It is a documentary research. But other science or other side of research, they do survey or interview. This is called experimental research. So in this case, we need not only us, interviewer, huh? And then another person, another participant interviewing, right? Such a kind of person, you collect the data from them. You couldn't aside from them such a kind of experimental research. In this case, you need to connect with the athlete supervisor, university authority, professor, lecturers, and other participants in your doing research. That is from the left side. Okay, you have no idea to connect with them. Okay, no need to go to the office or university authority. Okay, you need to follow the lecture from the professor. Okay, no problem. You need to discuss with your friends, peers, or you have no idea of interviewing. Okay, this like you can forget. You can forget. But here, from the library-based students, we couldn't, especially in Buddhist study, we couldn't avoid such a kinds of participants, others of the primary sources, and others of the secondary sources, previous researcher. Based on this knowledge, we do our research. So, in this case, when we start to do research, right, we need to connect with the first, at least with the supervisor, and then here primary sources for our Buddhist study, right? Secondary sources, here primary sources from the Pali Athagara Diga according to our tradition. Here secondary sources, other writers, other authors. And here previous research and published, some books are unpublished in the university, right? Here other primary and secondary are published sources, right? Published sources. Here some of the previous research are unpublished. Such kinds of sources and data you couldn't avoid. So you have an idea to write a thesis. So you yourself decide what area I am interested. What area I am interested. So for that you couldn't you couldn't enough by imaging alone, right? By imaging yourself. So we need to go to the library and find the sources. So here we couldn't avoid such a kind of participant. So here, therefore, we do not, we could not avoid other works or ideas. We have to connect with the others previous scholar, right? So here two sides, you can see two sides. So for that point, right? For that point, I would like to show in a comparative way the meaning of research and our works, how connected, how related the meaning of research and our work. Okay, this is also one session to do my observation. What is the meaning of research? I believe most of the MA students last year, they could catch my idea. What is research or what is no research? Okay, please, one of the MA students. What is research or what is not research? What is research or what is not research? By highlighting this point here, I will show in comparative way. What is research?
Previous your lectures, I don't know.
I don't know.
In my memory, I'm sorry, I don't know in my memory. So now, research me to find yes a new and use knowledge or to source as our research problem.
That is the purpose of research, not the meaning of research. Okay, please, one hand.
This is my opinion.
Memory.
That's a memory. I'm sorry, I don't know. Yes.
Okay.
So research means
not because of your
our yes to research means observe. Yes,
Sorry.
sorry. How to say?
Okay, whenever that is not because of you, that is not because of your memory, but because of my skill. Okay. Another one. PhD also can discuss
Is intensive investigation of a subject.
investigation, right?
Intensively.
Okay, like here,
Anything else?
investigation of
Of subject.
subject, right? Yeah, investigation of subject. This is the research, right? What is research?
Yeah.
Okay, here is no. What is not research first? We need to investigate. What is no research? Just
Data collection.
copying the QUOTATI quotations. Here, copy means here collecting, like you said, data collection, right? Not just collecting the quotations. Here, quotation means you see you up and you have already know quotation taking from one sutta or taking from another Pali or Athagata, like this, right? From other sources. And then it means research is not just collecting the quotation. You mean you study about the Four Noble Truths. At the time, about the Four Noble Truths. Yeah, in there, the Maccakapurana Sutta, the Buddha said, copy with the quotation, right? And then, in the Sulavedana Sutta, Bhanuva Bhikkhuni Dhammadena Thiri explain like that, right? You just copying from one book to another book. Know your comment, know your idea. Just copying the quotations from the several sources. It is not research. It's called data collection, right? In one book, the research methodology by Ranjit Kumara, it is said data done, right? Data done. So this is from the primary, so you can understand. Primary, from the primary. Here, another one. Research is not rewriting. Rewriting others' idea. Others' words or idea. Okay, it means rewriting others' words or idea mean like in the study of the Four Noble Truths here, the other scholar, whenever Papula Rahula comment about the Four Noble Truths, blah blah blah, and then whenever Bhikkhu Analayo state about the Four Noble Truths like this, blah blah blah. You rewrite others' idea, right? You rewrite the other's idea. This is also not research, right? This is also not research. In rewriting way, you have several ways, like paraphrasing, summarizing, synthesizing, quoting, direct copying, right? Quoting like this. Okay. In this way, you rewrite other scholars' idea. It is not also research. And then the last one is research is not defense. Not defense one own one's own idea. Research is not defense one's own idea. Sometimes we try to keep our side, right? We try to keep our concept. Other time we defend other ideas. So fight. So we hide some point and we fight some other scholars' point. And then we express our concept. Just showing or just mentioning our own idea is not also research. It means you can write your own knowledge and your own creation. It is like a novel, not research, right? So here is your primary. This one, rewriting other words is secondary. Secondary, so here primary, so the secondary, so here, own idea. Actually, we need own idea in the research. That is called your own contribution or own evaluation. Your own comment, your own evaluation. So research is not just collecting the quotation from the primary, so it is not research, right? Just rewriting other words or other ideas from the secondary, so that is not research. And then defending our own idea, our own concept is not research. It is not research. But by collaborating these 3 points, by compiling these 3 points, it may research, right? So in Myanmar, Myanmar researchers, they used to say that copying from one book is mistake. You are thief. But copying from several books is your research. So we need these 3 points, quotation, also other ideas, also our own idea. So combining these combination of these 3 points, it makes your research. So how to make? To combine these 3 points, primary, secondary, and your own comment. Okay. Combining these 3 points, how to make a good research? Okay. Please, one of your venerable. Okay, Upinyatri, please. Combination of these 3 points, how to make a good research?
I hope these 3 themes are proportionally combination, maybe research. Some are primary to put in our dissertation, secondary and uncommon or evaluation. These are 3 types of in proportional in here and there and other research ethics.
Lazy here and there, right?
Maybe I hope.
Right, that's a great idea. Okay. Thank you, Venerable. Okay. Yeah, I want to play or clapping, right? Okay, Venerable. Please. How to create a good research by combining these 3 points?
Actually, in my opinion, I think I would like to add one thing apart from the 3, primary, secondary, and our own comment, because to begin a good research, that is not to be a good one. Especially we need a critical analysis of primary and secondary while we give in a comment, because in giving a comment, in commenting from primary and secondary, we need to examine how our conclusions or comments are reliable and logical. That is why I would like to add to be one thing to critical analysis. That is another feature apart from the 3 things.
Right. Great idea. Okay, thank you, Venerable. Okay. not only the simple combination of these 3 points here, he discussed, our dear whenever Uddamapiya discussed, we need another critical analysis or critical interpretation to get our own comments. Okay. So this is the, what is not research here, no? Research is the investigation, a systematic investigation of one subject or one problem or one question, right? That is investigation of the subject. What is research here? Okay, later I will show. Here, by combining of these 3 points, we can make a good research. So we can understand from the paragraph writing style or essay writing style, right? Normally, here we can see the paragraph writing style. Yeah, in the paragraph writing, we need the first, what is it? What sentence? Topic sentence, right? And then second, supporting sentence. Supporting sentence, and then concluding sentence, right? Concluding sentence. In the style of this writing, our own comment, where should we place? Where? Topic sentence. Topic sentence should be your own creation, right? Own creation, what you understand the subject, right? Like you study the 4 novel too, about the 4 novel too. At the time, by observing or by studying about the 4 noble truth, you create your own topic, your own sentence. The 4 noble truth is the head of the Buddhist teaching, like this. This is your own creation, like this, right? Actually, it is not your own words, own idea. It has already discovered by others. The 4 noble truth is the head of the Buddhist teaching. So this is your own comment here, topic sentence. And then supporting sentence, what should be supporting sentence? Primary and secondary. Right, primary and secondary. For that statement, right? For that statement, you collect the data from the primary, the data from the secondary, with the explanation or other argument or evidence, right? You can get the source from the data from the primary and secondary sources. This is for your supporting, right? This is for your supporting sentence, like explanation or evidence, also like this. Here, not only like our Venerable Uddamapiya said, not only just copying from the sources, we need the same creation here. Okay, before we go there, okay, we need to conclude this one. How is the concluding sentence? What should be from these 3 points for the concluding sentence? Your own or your own comment, your own evaluation, right? Here, your own evaluation. Your own evaluation. This evaluation or comment come from where?
Primary and secondary.
Right, from your observation. Here, this one, primary and secondary. Primary and secondary. So by collecting the data from the primary, collecting data from the secondary, so the data collection, after collection, what is it? What should we do? Analyze. The data collection about the 4 noble truths in the Chula Vedana Sutta, in the Dhammacakka Purana Sutta. Yeah, we got the data from several sutta or from the primary and the several evidence or several reason from the secondary, but not enough by quality, right? We need to analyze words by words, parts by parts, right? Like a phrase by phrase, paragraph to paragraph from our data collection about the Four Noble Truths here. So we need, based on this, our collecting data, we need to analyze the data. And then by analyzing, you understand which word is for this meaning, which word is for this statement, like this. So in this stage, you do data interpretation. Data interpretation. This is your understanding by analyzing the data. This is your understanding. Based on this understanding, what should you do? You make a comment, right? This is your own comment, own evaluation. This is the stage of what research. Research is not here. This is not research. Research is the systematic investigation that includes data collection, data analysis, data interpretation, data evaluation, and your own contribution. Together, such a kinds of factors that it makes your good research. Without just copying, it's not research, right? Without rewriting other people's idea, other scholars' idea, it's not research. Just mention your own idea, just creating your own idea, because you are very sharp and you are very bright. At the time you create some philosophy or some idea, just mention your own idea is not research. Research should be like a systematic investigation together with the data collection, data analysis, data interpretation, or the data analyzing, data interpretation, data evaluation, and your own contribution. Without your own contribution, no need to do research. Just copying just collecting data about the Four Noble Truths from here and there. You submit the thesis without no comment or without your own contribution. Right? It is not research. For example, one of our peers, when Venerable Monks do his research about the contribution of reasearcher in Myanmar Buddhism, he do research this area. Before he do this research, he did not survey the data from other sites. So he think it is his own research. He is the pioneer research like this. But actually, it has already submit this thesis like this area from at the other university. So he couldn't make his own contribution beyond the previous researcher. He did not get any other contribution more than the previous researcher. So he couldn't complete his research right now. This is one of the examples. Before you select your research topic, you need to investigate which topics has done from other university, which topic has done from other university. Sometimes we do not find such a kind of observation, so we think, it is my first writing. But it is over our hand. It is not our hand. So we think, it is my first writing. Actually, most of the area about the Buddhist study have already done from other scholars. So we should find the gap from these previous scholars, and we should try to get our own contribution. Without no new contribution, it is not research, just data collection, data dam. Right? Data dam. Over 100 or 250 pages. That is just copying the data from the primary source, from the secondary source, like this, right? Okay. Because of my talking, it's suffering against me here. Okay, so now it is time to break, right? It is time to take the break. Okay, thank you. 10 minutes, right? Just 10 minutes. Okay, thank you. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Take more time in your private time. I also will take your time. Right? I also will take your time at the end of this session. It is not enough at the end of this session. Yeah, I will call again another session, another day, Saturday, Sunday, like this. Okay. Here is our ending point, right? So I set you to understand this point. I will highlight, or I will make the clear point in comparative way together with the research, the meaning of research now, right? Not only the meaning of research you see now, academic writing also. Okay, the meaning of research, and here our research work, how is related. Now I hope that I believe that you understand how related, right? How related our research works and the meaning of research, right? The meaning of research here, not just collecting the quotation is not research, rewriting other idea is not research, and just mention our own idea is not research, but making combination, it makes your good research. So the meaning of research here is the systematic process of investigation that includes the data collection, data analysis, data interpretation, and your own comment. That is the meaning of research you see here. Oh, sorry, here. A systemic process of investigation or experimentation. This is your Buddhist study, library-based research. Here, experimentation is another, like a qualitative research method and quantitative research method like this. So that involves data collection, data analysis, data interpretation, and data evaluation. For what? To answer a certain question or to get the solution for your problem. That is the meaning of research. So you could get the idea about our research work and the meaning of research, how to relate. So I mean that we couldn't avoid the other scholars, right? Other works, other previous work in doing our research. That is the second point, you see. This is the second observation, right? Why do we need to follow the research ethics in doing our research? The discussion of the second point, this one. So I highlight by this diagram and compare it with the meaning of research. Right? This is the first session. So you can take the photo, this one, the text of research, in English and here in Myanmar. Right? Intentionally, I hide to get you interesting. Okay, here is the text of research. Yeah? In English, here is in Myanmar. So that is my observation. What is the meaning of research and why do we need to follow research ethics? This is the first. Now let's start our second session. In the second session, hear me? Fan agency. Right? Oh, okay. Fan agency means, yeah, fan agency. Fan agency means some students trying to do their research with the scholarship, right? With the scholarship support, right? So that in that case, right, they need the other agency, right? The other agency about their fan. Okay, last 3 years ago, I was invited by the Thai, in the Thailand. This university name I forgot. Not Chulalongkorn, another. Mahidol University. Yes, I was invited by the Mahidol University to do the research for peace and harmony with under their scholarship. So we couldn't avoid them at the time. Huh? We do. If I do my research under their support, I couldn't avoid them. So at the time, what I can do as their wish, it is okay. They will support me. They will provide with the scholarship money. But sometimes, if I do not follow their rules, they will stop. They are fanned. So we also related with the fan agency.
You mean that financial support?
Yeah, financial support. It's a scholarship money like that. Some students are trying to get their degree with the scholarship, right? So our study now only what is the research and why do we need to do or need to follow research. Now, the second session. When do we generally commit research ethics and how to behave ethically in our research? This is the second session about the conduct, right? The first one is concept of the research ethics we have already discussed. Now the second point, the general commits, and to avoid such a wrong conduct, how to do our research ethically. So in this case, the slide what I shared last night, I will use this slide, but I will not go to the end. But I will show only one slide, right? I will explain only one slide, and based on this understanding, this slide, based on this understanding, we will get the discussion based on your last night reading or this morning. Have you read my slide last night?
I have read.
Really? How about this morning?
But tomorrow.
How about this morning? This morning you sleeping. You were sleeping because in early morning you get up and go downtown. So now this is the second point. When do we commonly commit our research ethics in our doing research? This is called general commits. Here, general commits in this area. This is the way of committing. How to commit here. So here, general commits. First of all, we need literature review, right? Generally, we make an ethical behavior in literature review, like our earlier discussion, we against the commentator or some authors like this. So, literature review, in the literature review, we commit in the doing literature review. How to commit? The way how to commit is we make the destructive criticism. Destructive criticism, you see, addressing the weakness of others, right? Weak point of others. So just mention the weak point of others. Yeah, it means that we follow the research ethic, right? So not to be destructive criticism, we need to do in our literature review. We need to do the constructive criticism. And in the literature review, the writing style of literature review. Okay, this is one idea I got. What is the style of writing literature review? How many factors in the literature review, in making a literature review? Huh? Three. All right, right. What are they?
What have to tell?
Yeah. What?
Not to tell.
Right.
What is what to be done?
What to be done? Right. Okay. What has been done? First, we find what has been done, and then what is need to be done, right? And then what is your purpose? What is need to be done, right? So, yeah, in the style of literature review, yeah, first of all, we need to mention the publication data, right? The information of the book openly, right? You mention, like here, I take a book. Buddhist philosophy by DJ Kalupahana. Okay, you mention the name of the information of the book here, like this. DJ Kalupahana, Buddhist philosophy and historical analysis. The publication data here. Here. The University of Hawaii Press, right? University of Hawaii Press, 1976. Like this book. You need to review this book. First, you mention the information of this book fully. And then you find what he has done, right? What he has done, that is called strength. The main idea of the authors. The main theme, right? Key idea or the main theme of the book or key idea of the authors. You mention, first point, you mention. The key idea or the key idea or the main theme of the book. The main theme of the book or key idea of the authors you mention. This is the strength of the authors. And then you find the weakness. What he say in this book. But in other way, how do you think? How do you understand from other points? For example, conceptual point or methodological point or other historical point like this, right? From this gap, you find out this weak point of the authors, and then based on this weak point, you make your purpose. How you do in this research? How will you do like this? So this is the sign of constructive criticism. Constructive criticism. It's not. But sometimes students intentionally commit the research ethics in doing literature review. It is not mention his strengths, right? Not mention his good point. He discussed 3 points like this. For example, he discussed with the 3 points about the causality. He discussed with the 3 points before the Buddha and at the Buddha time and the Buddha concept like this. But no mention the other 2 point. Just you mention just one point, what he doesn't see. That is called destructive criticism, right? Not constructive. So constructive in here you mention the author's idea, key idea of the author's fruitfully, right? And then you find the gap, what he hasn't done. And then based on this one, you how to construct your purpose. So this is like a constructive criticism. Like whenever our Vega ones are discussed, we need 3 points, right? What he has done, what he hasn't done, and what is need to be done. What is need to done? Like this. Okay. Include these 3 points. We need to write the literature review. Otherwise, you can be an intentionally mistake, right? You will be an intentionally mistake. So it is the way of committing. And also the Athagata, also when you criticize the Athagata, you should find first the key idea of the author, the key idea of the our commentator.
I would like to ask a question. Data review. When we do the data review, you said New point. First point is what scholar has done. What scholar has done. Second point is what scholar has not yet done. And last point is what we need to do further. So, second point, what scholar has not yet done. That is me. We point of scholar. According to our tradition in our country, if we point out our scholar, we point. His follower do not like. We find out they are scholar.
Yeah.
So sometimes scholar himself doesn't like to point out his weakness. Another point, if we do research, some research is very dangerous. If I mention about this, all people will know clearly true point. Some result. For example, about the data sheet. If we research about the data sheet, that is very dangerous.
What is your point?
I would like you to answer first question. If we find out scholar
weakness, right?
They
do not accept. You are criticized, right?
Yeah. His follower also.
Yeah. The scholar himself or his follower do not accept your criticism.
If someone point out on Facebook like that, his follower praying that person strongly.
Okay, actually, no need to see the Facebook or TikTok media nowadays. This is not the credible sources. That is not correct. Here, I would like to answer. That is another point. This is my point. So here, your question here is, when we observe the weak point of the authors or weak point of the scholar himself and his follower do not accept your criticism. Okay, it depends on the way of your criticism. The way of your criticism. You make the criticism by mentioning both points. Both points mean here strength and weakness. Just mention if weakness is not acceptable. Not only the scholar himself, but the society also do not accept. It is not acceptable because of pointing out the weakness of the scholar. So it is called here no objectivity like this, no objectivity. Because you hide what you like. Right? The point, what you like, you hide, no mention. But you mention the point, what you do not like. It is called hide or fight. Hide and fight. Okay, in our academic research ethic, we should not fight or hide. So it is the one of the research ethics. Yeah, we can say like that. So sometimes we criticize. Huh? I mentioned in the one article, I mentioned the 3 points about the PhD, doing PhD research in local. It's 3 points. But one of the PhD student in local, he hide the first 2 points and he fight only 1 point like this. This is not the objectivity. This is not the honesty like this we can say. So when we criticize others, the way of our criticism is need to be the right way to be acceptable. Right? So mention good point and bad point together. For example, you are you do not follow the breakfast time, for example, right? Yeah. Or breakfast time. At the time, I would like to criticize you. But the way of my criticism is very important to follow this ethic. Okay, my criticize. Okay, whenever Uttejana is very bad, very sleepy man. He never follow the breakfast. Oh, a stupid man. I criticize like that. You and your friend cannot accept my criticism. Yeah. Right? Okay, another way. This is called the destructive criticism. Another way, I criticize you. Okay. Whenever Uttejana is a very sharp and bright man, he can discuss in our class very well. Very interesting. Yeah, he is very knowledgeable man. This is your good point, huh? Yes. And then, but sometimes he do not follow the breakfast. If he follow the breakfast daily, it's performance like this. So I would like to, not prepare, I couldn't find the correct word. I would like to prepare the Venerable Uttejana behavior by pointing your good point and bad point. I criticize you. At the time you can. How do you feel? First criticism, first way of criticism and the second way of criticism.
Yes, I answer two way. Two way I answer.
Two way.
Yeah, because according to first criticism, I had to change my behavior. I had to know from the point. Second criticism, yeah, I need to try to have a lot of knowledge, more and more.
Right. This is the way of criticism. I mean, destructive and constructive. Okay, now time is very close to end. So let's continue. So the second general commit is in your data collection. When you collect the data, if you are subjectivity, you have no objectivity. At the time, you make the collection from your point of view, not other points of view. Right? So here one of our professors said, when we start to do our research, we should start our empty head. Right? We should start with our empty head. If you have the existing knowledge or if you have the old idea about the concept, like about the concept of causality like this. You have all idea. You possess your own idea. You cannot accept other idea. So that is called it is your subjectivity, not objectivity, right? For example, like a memory stick, it is full of old memory. You cannot add another idea. You cannot add another data. Like this in your head, it has already full of your old idea. You cannot accept a new idea. So we should start with the empty head. You find about the four noble truths, about the causality. Yeah, you find the data with empty-headed. You collect from here to there. By observing this data, you can make your evaluation, your own comment based on data, not based on your memory, your existing memory. Like this. This is called when you are when you prefer your existing concept. It is called you draw your conclusion like a subjectivity, not objectivity. Like this, right? So data collection, in the data collection, you should be objectivity, not the subjectivity. So both aspects, you should accept from both aspects. So sometimes we neglect what we don't like. At the time, it is called subjectivity. So another way is the bias. No transparency. So it's a bias, like if hide or fight. It is the bias. And then when we collect the data from some points, we should not show the sources, primary from either primary or secondary. There is no transparency. Right? And then another way, you limit your scope in the topic, subject, method, and scope. We need to put these 3 points in your topic, right? Subject, method, and scope. So you do not mention any other methods or scope. It is also called no transparency. You follow a study of Paticcasamuppada. This is just subject. This is just subject. You do not confine with the method, how to study, right? How to study the method, analytical or critical. And then the scope, from which point? From Buddhist study or from early Buddhist teaching from the practical way. Like this. This is scope. So you no mention any other scope or method, you just mention the subject. A study of Paticcasamuppada. At the time you contribute your paper, some scholar asks you, some professor asks you, what is the way of here? He go here and there because he is no transparency, right? He is no limited method. So at the time it is no transparency. It is another way. Here is data collection. When you collect the data in the previous study, whenever Dr. U Vilasa and whenever Dr. U Varanyana also said, when you take the data from where, whatever you take the data, you should note. You should note the openness. So that is one way. Okay, another way is here data collection and data interpretation. Data analysis and data interpretation. This is very clear by understanding this one. When we collect, after collecting the data, you need to analyze and interpret. Part by part, phrase by phrase, we analyze and we interpret this data. How to understand? This is the way of your understanding. You make your interpretation. You make your presentation. This presentation is not the oral presentation, like the writing presentation, right? You present to others. At the time, you do not mention when you analyze the data by paraphrasing or by summarizing. When you do not mention the author's name or the sources, right? The sources, it is plagiarism. It is equal to the plagiarism policy. No, you are no honesty because you take others, people's ideas, but you pretend this is your own idea. This is your own idea. Like this, the first example I said, the Four Noble Truth is the head of Buddhist teaching. Yeah, I explain like this, but I didn't mention any other scholars. I pretend like my own work, my own what. So it is equal to the plagiarism policy. You are just direct copying the other words. In this state, it is not plagiarism. But second, you pretend your own words, no mention or no acknowledge of others, people's, other scholars at that time. It is called plagiarism. You have no honesty. So you be careful in the data analysis in the way of paraphrasing or summarizing you write. The data you how to analyze and how to interpret. At the time you should show the reference or quotation like this, right? This way. So here another one is contribution or presentation. Here, your own contribution, and here is me oral presentation. You contribute based on this analysis, critical analysis, and your own interpretation. You contribute your evaluation, right? Your final, your contribution. That is called, in this stage, you are, you hold your old concept, right? You hold your old concept, not accept the other criticize, other comments, or other suggestions. At the time, it is called the fixed mindset, right? You are in fixed mindset. So contribution also your own concept you contribute, not taking other points of view about the topic or about the concept like this. So in presentation also like this. In the case of presentation, we need to be open-minded. But sometimes fixed mindset and open mindset is like a two extreme. So between, this is called the growth mindset like this. So you can get the idea, this concept, fixed mindset and growth mindset from our Oxford Seattle. Yeah, this is contribution and presentation. No, we should not be fixed mindset, we should be growth mindset. When we are not growth mindset, it is sometimes it is not equal to the research ethics. So here is sometimes importance, the authorship. So our research is, in our previous slide we see our research is collaboration works, right? Collaboration of our professor, collaboration of the supervisor, right? Collaboration of the primary sources and secondary sources. But you mentioned, this is my work. I have done. Right? I am very smart. I have done my thesis by myself. No acknowledge for others. You forgot to make acknowledgement to other participants. You claim your solo authorship. Yeah, that is my writing. That is my work. And this solo authorship is way of committee. So for that point, normally in the research paper, we used to mention the acknowledgement paper, right? This is showing the other participant, right? It's solo authorship. Then here, the last one, publication and selecting a topic. This is when you complete your research work, you got the degree. Right? After receiving the degree, some students trying to make public, right? Trying to make the publication for on his book. So, but he forgot to get the permission of the university. Right? He forgot to get the permission of the university. He himself decided to publish his research book. Actually, it is a public research book. Some books are not worthy to publish, but nothing informed or without permission, he make himself publication. That is copyright. Actually, these research are own of our university, not the student. You submit your thesis for the degree. Right? You submit your thesis. We, university, confer the degree. It is not your own. It is a university. The owner is university. So the copyright is for the university. Sometimes we should be aware of this point. If you want to make it public, your thesis, if you want to make the public, you need to get the permission to the university. Even though the university allowed to publish your thesis, it needs to cut something. It is need to edit, right? Not the same book. Your thesis and the publication books should not be the same. Need to make some addition. Right? This is the policy of the university. Right. So another one is a selecting topic. Right? Like a publication, the selected topic is also sometimes you see double submission. Sometimes double submission, right? Like as I said earlier, we couldn't find some information about our idea, so we think it is our first writing. But other scholars have done. So then same topic and same area like this. This is double submission. Another way. Okay, I have already done this topic, this subject in my MA or MPhil study. But to promote this idea, I only to do the PhD degree with this subject, with this topic. Sometimes the student trying to submit such a topic. It is also very dangerous way. So here, but another way you can try, another way from the different methods or from this different area, right? Different area, the same subject but different aspect or different area or different methods. You can try. But here, the double submission also very dangerous to the student because you collect this data about about your topic. You collect enough and you propose your proposal to the academic committee. At that time, academic committee, this is the old title or this title have been done other universities, so they make you cancel your topic. At the time, your effort is vain. So it is also one point in the research ethic. This is the general commits in literature review, in data collection, in data analysis, data interpretation, in contribution, and authorship, publication, or selected topics. That is the general commits of our research student. So the way of commit is like this. So not to be commit, how should we do ethically? This is the point. Very similar to the first point like this. you can understand by yourself. This is the way how to do our research ethically. We should pay respect to the scholar. Here, ethical concept, here ethical conduct. So we should pay respect to the scholar. We should be objectivity. Right? Avoid bias should not be hide or fight. So we should be honesty. So report data faithfully. Detach from your preference, right? If you like, it is your preference data, right? You take the copy, and if you do not like this one, you hide this one. This is called not your honesty. So report data faithfully. Here transparency, show the resources in openness and right way, and show the limitation of methodology also. Here is responsibility and accountability. Use resources wisely, admit every single word of you here. This is responsibility and accountability. The researcher should take the accountability on every single word of you. So at the end of my later slide, you can see this point. And then another one is the integrity. Integrity means we are strict to the research protocol. Not only the research protocol, we should follow the procedure of university. This is called integrity here. This is the way how to make ethically our research. Okay, this is the 2 points what I would like to share with you all. General comments and ethical contexts here. So this is the brief outline based on this 6 factors. I make the summarize into 4 titles. You can study yourself. Here is 4.1. Oh, sorry, 3.1. Respect to other scholars. Here this slide. Here objectivity in data collection. Here 3.2. Here 3.3 honesty and intellectual property. You can study yourself. Here is about the plagiarism policy, the meaning and its policy. And then here responsibility and accountability. I have already shared with you all. So I believe that you have read my slide last night. So I believe you can catch my point, what I would like to say today. So this is my discussion about the research ethic. This is the way how to avoid plagiarism. We have the 4 ways here: quotation, referencing, and bibliography. Referencing, bibliography, and acknowledgement. This is the part of Venerable Uttila Sara about the referencing style. Yeah, he will share with you all how to avoid the plagiarism and right way of referencing or the referencing style. Yeah, he will share. So this is my today. Our study is what is the concept of research ethics and how to do our research ethically, the conduct, moral conduct, or the good behavior of a researcher. So for in detail study, you yourself can read the slide to the end. Okay, thank you. About this point, is there any suggestions or any question? You all are welcome. If I make some mistake, you can correct me. And then if I have some gap, you can fill this one. And then if there is any unclear point about my presentation, you can ask. Which one? Distracted. Thank you, thank you.
Also plagiarism.
Plagiarism also. And G-I-A. E-L-A-G-I-A-R-I-S. G-I? No A. This is correct? R-I-S. Thank you. Any other comments about my?
One candidate who don't follow the copyright, what sort of punishment do he can get?
Right, great point, right? That's a good question. Because what I mix to say this one. Here you can see in the plagiarism policy. If you do not follow the research ethics, it is not much offense that you lose your dignity or you lose your honesty. That time the sphere of our scholar do not pay respect you because you do not follow the research ethics. That is not much offense. But in the plagiarism policy, this is big offense. We can say that it is sometimes called it is thief. Our Professor Dr. Udmananda said, Sape Parajika, like this. So there is big offense, I mean the serious offense. So if you commit such a serious offense, the punishment is the university you submit your thesis, they make the cancellation of your degree. Right? They make the cancellation of your degree. For some scholarship students, they stop their fund, right? Their scholarship. This is the punishment. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, is there any question or comments? I am not perfect, so you need to correct me. Any other aspect what I have touched today, but it is in the slide. So is there any your comment on that point, like it here, like this? This slide, I haven't touched today this slide, right? But you have read, I believe. So you have some discussion point about this slide. Any question?
Yes.
No question?
I want to give some comment.
All right. Okay, you are welcome, Venerable. And dear brother.
Venerable Rajinda have already discussed about this comment. In Myanmar, there are according in Myanmar Buddhist studies, there are two kinds of branches: Buddhist conventionalism and Buddhist modernism. Yes, Tadana Dasathamasriya, they can be called conventionalism. BMA, PhD students, we can be called modernism. Sometimes we see the freshen of the freshen, and sometimes they are fighting each other. Buddhist modernism, they says we are better than conventionalism. This is like this. But some Buddhist conventionalism, they defend their ideas. So, in my opinion, there are in my opinion, and there are extremists. There are two in both sides. In the Buddhist conventionalism, some monks are very extremist. Yes.
Extremist.
Yes, extremist. In the Buddhist modernism, some monks are also very extremist. They were not. They cannot find middle way. They cannot find middle way. So we.
This problem.
Yes, they cannot find middle way. So we find friction, or we find friction, and they are finding each other in the literature area. This is problem.
So
This is problem. We need to.
Visible.
We need to. Yes. We need to.
Obvious. This is very obvious problem.
Yeah.
So we know the problem.
We need to solve this kind of problem because this problem arises because of we are lack of academic culture. Academic culture, yes.
Okay, by the way, now we know the problem. We know the problem, right? They themselves are proud of. Yeah, they are proud of themselves.
Yes.
Right? Their way is good. Their way is better, like this.
Yes.
So we know the problem. So how we should we should see how to solve this problem.
Yes.
From what aspect of you say that your way is good.
Yes.
From what aspect of you say your way is better.
Yes.
So we need to find the data, right?
Yes.
Data. We need to find the data. We need to collect the data, and we need to analyze the data. What is the good point of the Dharmacharya technique? What is the good point of the modern technique?
Yes.
Right? PhD technique. So what is the weak point of Dharmacharya? What is the weak point of PhD study?
Yes.
So we need to try to get the data, right? Based on this data, we should say which way is good, which way is bad.
Yes.
But without observing the data, right? Without analyzing or without criticizing the data, you yourself say, why my way is
yes. We need to find
better.
Yes. We need to find middle way. We need to find middle way by analyzing the data.
So
yes. It is important.
That is your recommend to do the research like this?
Yes.
You need to
I want to call this academic culture. We need to contrast academic culture in our Buddhist studies or in our Myanmar society.
Right. Academic culture means that analyzing data.
Yes. We are lack of academic culture.
Right. Yeah, so sometimes some person say, not say or not to say based on your feeling.
Yes.
Should to say based on the data.
Yes.
It's called Vedana ne mapyo ne
data
ne pyo. So now we claim our statement, our way is good, your way is bad, based on the Vedana, no data. So for the I really appreciate your encouragement or your recommendation to do such a kind of research.
Yes.
And then I have another point I would like to share.
Yes.
It's about the increasing of monastery in our Myanmar society. What is the problem? We need to find the reason why the monastery, right?
The population of monastery,
right, in
yes.
Myanmar society.
The number is very high.
What is the reason?
Yes,
because it's also the good point to do research. So you go here and there and you make interview and collect the data.
Yes.
Like this. Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
We have no time.
Okay, just one question. Thank you Venerable for your sharing for today. what I wanted to know about regarding with the research is that I encounter some people, some men who have already finished a PhD degree, but I find that they hesitate to share their PhD thesis to others. I would like to know why they are so hesitate to share their thesis because are they afraid of the copyright, or are they being afraid of stealing their contribution? I don't like that firstly, but later I think that it is not a problem for the copyright because they have already registered their thesis to their specific university. They should be proud if I copy their contribution in my thesis. They should be proud. But I would like to know why they don't want to share and they are very hesitant to send their PDF because we need to review their thesis too.
Yeah, right.
So.
Okay.
Please explain.
I have already shared my PDF with you.
Yes, sure. Sure? Sure.
I am not hesitating.
Yes.
So, okay, thank you. Thank you for your question, Manuel. It is very interesting. So now, commonly we have seen such a kinds of behavior. Most of the PhD students do not share their PDF file with the others, but they give the present book like this. So the reason is that we can understand the culture of the university, Takasila. The culture of university is make training how to read, how to write academically for a lesson, like a exercise about your subject. That is one exercise. You complete your subject. You complete your subject. Okay, you have done your exercise well. But because of this culture, we can consider that some PhD books are unworthy to publish. So they just keep their library because of they are unskillful. So this is one reason to hesitation of sharing their thesis. But another way, one point, the culture of university is here previous review, like a literature review and one. But this is previous review. So previous review is making the literature review based on the previous research, like a journal or like an article or like this public thesis or public book. So this is one culture. So normally most of the skillful scholar, when they write the article, that is for the public. But unskillful students, like a PhD student, they just train their exercise in at the university. So some of their work is unskillful, and unpublished. So the university also just keep not making their exercise, also not showing their exercise to the public. That is also one reason because of university.
Because we need to review the previous work before we finding our research topics. But I asked the question because when I asked and request their thesis from my close friends or close men, but they feel that they thought I am requesting an irrelevant thing to them. And they are also hesitate to request from their friends too. But they think like I am not following the ethics of the research like this. So according to your explanation, should I note myself that requesting PDF from the scholar or the man who have finished, who have got a PhD is a legal way to request, right?
Right. Okay. Some university they have to express as soon as you have the Bible, you have finished the Bible, they declare proudly, okay, Venerable, your thesis should be published. This is very interesting on new area, or you find the new finding very well. So your work is very skillful. So it should be public. So they proudly address you to make publish, right? To publish. So, but for some students, they said, okay, Venerable, keep your research. No give any recommendation about such a kind of research. So we see that some PhD research are published, but we see that some PhD books are unpublished. That is the quality of their research skill. Whenever Dr. Dhammapiya research is very famous because of his skill, like this.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Is there any question? No question. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Venerable, for your kind listening and active participation. Thank you. Okay, now let's conclude today's discussion by reciting Buddha Sadhanam Chidan 3 times. Buddha Sadhanam Chidan 2. Buddha Sadhanam Chidan 2. Buddha Sadhanam Chidan 2. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.